tiny, but it's like the dog can sense this little motherfucker's crazy. You can feel the dog. The dog can tell there's a killer in that little.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna scrap. That's what it is. Like, we're gonna scrap.
They got this spirit about them. Cats are some fascinating little fucking creatures, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when I try and teach people, you want to have a certain era about you. You want to be able to see yourself. Does that make sense? You kind of want to see you being you. Because what happens, a lot of people don't actually have that third person image.
I need to develop that.
Does that make sense?
That would be good.
You know, that
so you're seeing out of your eyes, but then also you're seeing from the external.
You want to watch yourself being you.
Yeah.
You want to see how you talk.
It's
like etiquette school. You know, you want to see how you talk. You want to see how you walk. You want to see your posture. You want to see your dress code.
You want to be aware.
You want to be aware of you.
At all times.
At all times.
That's a martial art in itself, man.
It is. Your stride, how you walk. Do you walk with your toes forward like a penguin? Do you waddle? All these things. When you walk, is your head down? Is your head straight? Do you posture up? Is your core tight? Is your chest out? Are you hunched?
Are your shoulders slumped?
These small things.
Your spine straight.
All they do is they give you an awareness of self. We have an awareness of self. We now develop an assurance of self, which now develops your own self-confidence. Dude, it's that simple. That's all it is. First off is awareness of self, which now leads to assurance of self, which now leads to confidence of self.
Fire.
Because you cannot run if you haven't learned to walk, or you haven't learned to crawl first. You have to crawl first. See yourself being you.
I love that shit.
You know.
I love it particularly because it's practical. It's deeply rooted in just being present.
It is.
Just
That's what it
being
is.
now.
Like,
which is simple, but doesn't mean it's easy.
It's not easy. It's gonna be hard, especially if you've never actually had to check yourself the whole time. For once in your life, check yourself. I'm not gonna check you. You gotta check you. See how you talk. See how you handle the situation. See how you walk. See how you do everything. See your actions. Your reaction to everything. Learn to think before you talk. That's one thing that I've noticed with you a lot today. Is everybody wants to talk without thinking, and you just sound stupid. It takes a lot of me just to not go. Did you shut the fuck up for 5 seconds? You just sound stupid.
Do you know how hard it is for me sometimes? Sometimes I just avoid conversations now for this exact reason. Because people don't speak. They just let programs run. It's like different programs just running on their mind. Press this button, press that button. Someone mentions this subject.
And it's always the same repeated words. You say words that you don't even know what it means. Like,
you're just repeating someone else's opinions.
Like, what does that mean? Oh yeah, but you know. No, I don't know. Would you enlighten me, please? Because that's one thing about the world today, which is about confidence as well, is what gives you confidence is the ones who are basically constantly negating your speeches or arguing for no reason. They're trying to make their point heard. Let them hear the points out. It's fine. But then drop the best bars ever. It's a question mark. Okay, but what does that mean? That's it. You want to talk. Okay. But what does that mean?
What does it really mean?
Exactly. The exact same word you used. The blah 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 is blah 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 blah. Okay, I heard you. Thank you. But what does blah 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 mean? At the end of the day, mate, it has no meaning. So people just repeating their words, echo chamber, repeating what someone said for so long.
I hear what you're saying. If you get them to ask them what it means, if they've really thought about it deeply, they can then connect it to something.
Then it becomes a thoughtful conversation where you can both sit down and realize, hold on,
but if
we're both saying the same thing,
but if they're just regurgitating opinions, then there's going to be nothing underneath that.
Nothing underneath that. And that's where people start to hate you. it's true. Seneca.
Oh, you mean if you ask them those questions?
None is more hated than the man who tells the truth.
Oh, thanks.
That's it. Which is what? Tell people the truth in the way they want to hear it, or the truth. Because you can tell the truth and say, this is the truth, this is how things are. And then, no matter how nicely you say it, someone is going to go, yeah, but I don't like the way you said it. Okay? And then you ask them, okay, how would I have said it?
That's why comedians are like.
And then there's the pause. Because people want us to criticize you but not help. So this is the thing I always do. Sorry for that.
Go on.
I say, whenever anyone wants to say anything to me, I go, are you here to criticize me or help me?
Good question.
Because if you haven't done what I do, you can't criticize me.
Excellent question.
And if you haven't been what I've been, you can't help me. That's it, brother. But again, what do we know, right? We just some airheads, bro.
So I'm curious.
Yes, sir.
In terms of confidence for you, can you think of key moments when you developed? Like you were just talking about the thing about the ability to see yourself. Like when did you start to develop that awareness?
Wow. For me personally, I've always had it. So, and I've always had it because I've always been in conflict. I've always been in combat. I've always been in martial arts of some sort. I've always been in some kind of force of action. I've always done things that have put my life at risk. Does that make sense? I've always done something.
Lived on the edge.
There you go. I've always, done something point break, something like that. But so it's always been like, it will either break you or make you stronger. So when I realized that fear was just false evidence appearing real, and I also realized that fear was basically fantastic expectations and amazing revelations. Boom, that was it. I just kept pushing into it. It's like I now started chasing the thrill, and that was it. I chased the thrill, and it gave me more confidence because whatever was out there could not kill me.
Yeah, facing your fears gives you a lot of confidence.
It does. That's your confidence comes from going, okay, you know what? That fear is false evidence. It's not real. But then another thing comes in your confidence when you actually get to realize one important factor. We don't fear anything. We fear pain.
We fear the feeling.
Pain.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
I'll tell you one thing. Many fights.
It's not the thing.
No, it's the pain. Many fights I've had, I've been nervous, anxious, feeling jittery, blah blah blah. And on game day, and this is just not me, this is everybody on game day, when you walk in the cage, walk in the ring, walk on the mats, whatever it is, once you get hit the first time, boom,
Back in the mix.
and that pain you felt from the hit did not kill you. That's it. That's it. The moment you feel that pain and the pain did not kill you, all that goes to your head is this what I was afraid of all along?
That's such a metaphor.
Not the fight, the pain. So once the first pain comes, you just keep going. That's it. The pain is there. It didn't kill me. You keep going.
It's exactly my experience with boxing.
There you go. There you go. Human beings.
From the first time I got hit, actually, I remember the first time I sparred.
Yeah, we had this talk.
And this dude hit me, and I was bleeding on his glove. I didn't realize it was my blood at first, but I was always thinking, what am I gonna be like when I get hit? What am I gonna? Because I didn't know, right? And then I got hit, and I remember just carrying on. And then when I saw the blood on his glove, and I realized, wait a minute, but you're not bleeding. That means it's mine. And then I just went for him, and that was when I realized, okay, yeah, I've got that in me to fight. And then after that, it's not like I never had fear, but it was never the same as that. It didn't cripple me. Never stopped me from getting in the ring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was his fault.
But it's the lead up, like you say. Like I only had a couple fights, but I remember in the days and weeks leading up to it, it was the mental aspect that was the bigger fight, really. Just like stopping your mind from going down some weird roads. like really talking to yourself, having conversations. And then as soon as I got in the ring, and like you say, the first punch is thrown, like the loneliest moment to me is when they're like seconds out, and then your coach gets out of the ring, and it's just you, the guy, and the referee. There's a split second there, which is like, okay, this is it.
It's a lonely sport.
That is the loneliest moment, because they say a few words to you, and there's an air of like gravity about the situation. Like it's not a joke. You know what I mean? You can feel the air of gravity, and he gets out of the ring, and it's just you turn around to face this guy. And that first moment, I remember, was just like, whoa. But then as soon as the bell goes, it's like you're in the ring, and if you've sparred a lot and spent a lot of time, it's like being at home. You know what I mean?
Confidence, repetition, experience. That's again the same thing.
Certainty, yeah.
Repeat.
Reps.
The more you repeat it in a simulation, the easier it gets in a real scenario. So your mind has played it, your body's played it, you've done all these things.
Yeah.
This is the thing. So
I outboxed him too, and I visualized that as well.
And that pain as well. Because again, like I said about the pain thing is, human beings don't fear heights. They don't fear falling. They fear landing. That's the thing. We don't fear falling, we fear actually hitting the floor. That's the fear. We fear the pain of impact.
We fear the feelings.
So if you can jump, I don't know, 1,000 feet and feel nothing upon impact, you do it over and over again. But is that fear of ouch goes a long way. Now, people who
ouch goes a long way.
Goes a long way.
That's a great line.
You know, people who have had like ACL, MCL tears, injuries in their particular sport, it's taken them a lot longer to get back to the sport. I don't mean on a physical level, I mean on a mental level.